Talladega. Ole, Trevor Bayne would love to create a big problem for Roush Fenway Racing this weekend. Bayne, whose one career NASCAR Cup victory was the 2011 Daytona 500, is scheduled to be pulled from the seat of the No. 6 car starting in 2 weeks at Kansas Speedway. If Bayne could win Sunday, he would force Roush Fenway to make a decision, keep him in a ride where Matt Kenseth has been named to run select races, set him up with another team for the races where Kenseth competes, or sit him out and effectively eliminate Bayne from playoff contention. After wrecking in the first restrictor plate race with the no-ride height rule, Blaney says his team will tweak handling to where we can be more aggressive Sunday at Talladega. From practice mishaps to subpar finishes, the driver of the No. 17 Ford has struggled, but he can pick up some steam at Talladega, where he earned a victory a year ago. Busch goes for his 4th straight win on Sunday. Who has the best chance to break his streak? Will a first-time winner steal the show? Our experts weigh in. That's a problem that we hope we have after this weekend, Roush Fenway Racing president Steve Newmark said Wednesday. Obviously, our cars have been really good. We won last year at this race with the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., so we would be thrilled if either the 6 or the 17 wins the race this weekend. That would be a great problem to be facing. Bayne, who finished 3rd in the October race at Talladega, was brief Friday when talking about the Roush Fenway move announced earlier in the week. "First of all, my health is 100%, said Bayne, who has multiple sclerosis. I am as fit physically, mentally, spiritually as I've ever been to do my job well. And the second part, my desire is, as it has always been since I was 5 years old, to come to the racetrack and contend for wins, championships, and be a driver at the top level in the Cup Series. Nothing in that has changed. I'm still going to pursue that because I feel like I've got the ability to do that." Here's the lineup for the Geico 500 at Talladega Superspeedway. 1. Kevin Harvick, Stewart-Haas Racing No. 4 Ford. The only time he has started on the pole at Talladega was in May 2005. He finished 12th. He has only one top 10 in his last 5 Talladega starts, so are you going to count him out, too? Kurt Busch, Stewart-Haas Racing No. 41 Ford. He has never won at Talladega, but he has 7 top-5s and 18 top 10s in 34 career starts. He also has never won a pole at Talladega, so he hopes he can turn his near-miss Saturday into a historic day Sunday. 3. Martin Truex Jr., Furniture Row Racing No. 78 Toyota. Truex won 3 Xfinity races at Talladega, but still seeks his first Cup win at Talladega. He has 2 top-5s in 26 career starts. 4. Denny Hamlin, Joe Gibbs Racing No. 11 Toyota. Don't be surprised if Hamlin runs up front. He has led laps in the last 8 races at Talladega. 5. Chase Elliott, Hendrick Motorsports No. 9 Chevrolet. Elliott has a fast car and hopes to build on a second-place finish last week at Richmond. It was his 8th career second-place finish, which is the same number his father Bill had before his first Cup win. 6. Eric Jones, Joe Gibbs Racing No. 20 Toyota. He didn't finish either Talladega race last year. 7. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Roush Fenway Racing No. 17 Ford. The defending winner of the race, Stenhouse won back-to-back restrictor plate races and then had back-to-back restrictor plate races where he didn't finish because of accidents. 8. Clint Bowyer, Stewart-Haas Racing No. 14 Ford. He has 2 career Cup wins at Talladega but hasn't finished top 5 since a pair of 3rds in 2014. 9. Joey Logano, Team Penske No. 22 Ford. Logano has 2 Talladega wins in the last 5 races at the track and was 4th in October last year. 10. Brad Keselowski, Team Penske No. 2 Ford. Keselowski is considered one of the best restrictor plate racers in the field. He won at Talladega last October, his 6th career win at a restrictor plate track. 11. Alex Bowman, Hendrick Motorsports No. 88 Chevrolet. He has finished 2 of his 5 Cup races at Talladega. He was on the pole at Daytona and finished 17th. 12. David Reagan, Front Row Motorsports No. 38 Ford. His 2013 win at Talladega was the first win in Front Row Motorsports history. 13. Paul Menard, Wood Brothers Racing No. 21 Ford. He hasn't won at Talladega, but he's come close, 2nd in October 2008 and 3rd in May 2015. 14. Daniel Suarez, Joe Gibbs Racing No. 19 Toyota. He led 11 laps at Talladega in October. He just needs a good finish, as he sits 21st in the standings. He will drop to the rear for the start of the race because he is in a backup car. 15. Dale Wallace Jr., Richard Petty Motorsports number 43 Chevrolet. Wallace had a memorable Daytona 500 with a second-place finish. That car is gone as part of a Richard Petty memorabilia auction. So he has a new restrictor plate car this weekend. 16. Jimmy Johnson, Hendrick Motorsports No. 48 Chevrolet. Johnson has 2 career wins at Talladega, but just one top 10 in his last 5 starts. 17. William Byron, Hendrick Motorsports No. 24 Chevrolet. He has just 2 career starts at Talladega, a 10th place finish in a truck in 2016 and a 36th in Xfinity in 2017. 18. Ryan Newman, Richard Childress Racing number 31 Chevrolet. Newman hates restrictor plate racing. He probably hates I used the term racing in that sentence. He will also start at the rear because of a backup car. 19. Kyle Busch, Joe Gibbs Racing No. 18 Toyota. The last 3 drivers who had a 3-race winning streak finished 21st. Kyle Busch, Pocono, 2015, 37th. Joey Logano, Martinsville, 2015, and 35th. Kevin Harvick, Fontana, 2018, in their attempts to get a 4th. 20. Michael McDowell, Front Row Motorsports number 34 Ford. McDowell finished 9th in the Daytona 500. He didn't finish either Talladega race last year. 21. Trevor Bayne, Roush Fenway Racing No. 6 Ford. Bayne is racing for his job as it was announced earlier this week that Matt Kenseth will replace him for several races this year. With 175 Cup races of experience, Bayne needs to show results and fast. 22. Kyle Larson, Chip Ganassi Racing No. 42 Chevrolet. Larson has 1 top 10 finish in his last 7 Cup starts at Talladega. 23. Ryan Blaney, Team Penske number 12 Ford. Blaney led 118 laps in the Daytona 500 and finished 7th after helping start one of the big crashes of the day. He knows blocking won't be any easier Sunday on the wider Talladega track. 24. Austin Dillon, Richard Childress Racing number 3 Chevrolet. Dillon won the Daytona 500, so he doesn't have that car. It is part of a Daytona track display. 25. Chris Buescher, JTG Daugherty Racing No. 37 Chevrolet. He enjoyed a 5th place finish in the Daytona 500. He had finishes of 15th and 17th in the Dega races last year. 26. Casey Kane, Levine Family Racing No. 95 Chevrolet. It's surprising that this team hasn't finished on the lead lap all year. 27. Jamie McMurray, Chip Ganassi Racing No. 1 Chevrolet. McMurray is fine after a scary, brutal flip Friday in practice. He will move to the rear for the start of the race because he is in a backup car. 28. AJ Allmendinger, JTG Daugherty Racing No. 47 Chevrolet. He hasn't started higher than 24th his last 7 Talladega races. 29. Ty Dillon, Germain Racing number 13 Chevrolet. Dillon will start at the rear because he had to go to a backup car after the crash Friday in practice. He finished 13th and 11th in the Talladega races last year. 30. Brendan Gaughan, Beard Motorsports No. 62 Chevrolet. This team is running the restrictor plate races with Gaughan, who was 28th in the Daytona 500. 31. DJ Kennington, Gaunt Brothers No. 96 Toyota. He has 3 top 30 finishes in his 4 Cup starts this year. 32. Timothy Peters, Ricky Benton Racing number 92 Ford. This is the Cup debut for Peters, who has 239 career Truck Series starts and 10 wins. 33. Matt DiBenedetto, Go FA's Racing No. 32 Ford. The team got a 7-race sponsorship after their social media plea for support earlier this year caught the eye of Zynga Poker. 34. Joey Gase, Starcom Racing No. 00 Chevrolet. This is the first race for Gase in the Starcom car. 35. Ross Chastain, Premium Motorsports number 15 Chevrolet. He was 3rd in the truck race at Talladega in 2013. 36. Cole Witt, TriStar Motorsports No. 72 Chevrolet. Witt has 4 career top 20 finishes at Talladega. 37. Gray Gaulding, BK Racing number 23 Toyota, finished a career best 9th at Talladega in October. 38. Reed Sorensen, Premium Motorsports No. 55 Chevrolet, has a best finish of 24th this year in 4 starts. 39. Timmy Hill, Rick Ware Racing No. 51 Chevrolet, he has competed in 2 NASCAR Cup races this year. He has finished 33rd in both. 40. Eric Almirola, Stewart Haas Racing No. 10 Ford, was a half lap away from winning the Daytona 500. He finished in the top 5 in both Talladega races last year. The recipe is there for a win, but something broke on the rear of his car on his qualifying lap.